using your fresh fruits and vegetables, how to make the most of your CSA baskets. So, we're going to talk about food preservation today, and a lot of times when people first start eating this way and they get their CSA basket, they realize, oh my gosh, I have to keep this for a week. And they're pretty sure that they won't be able to eat it all within a week, or that some of it will go bad within that week before they can use it. So, we're going to talk about 4 principles that will help you with food preservation when you get a basket once a week. The first is, do not wash things until you're going to use them. A lot of times people say you should wash everything right away, but no, you shouldn't. Second, what should you keep out on the countertop and put in the fridge? Third, what should you put in the fridge and how should you store it in the fridge? And fourth, what to do as a last resort if you're getting close to the end of that week and it looks like no matter what you've done, something may go bad before you have a chance to use it, and that's when cooking ahead and or freezing come into the equation. So yeah, things do rot faster once you wash them, and that's a surprise to a lot of people. I went online looking for this kind of advice, and I found a lady who, when she got her fresh fruits and vegetables, she made sure she washed them all really well, and I mean really thoroughly, and then stored them in her fridge and on the countertop. But when you wash them, you take away some of their natural protection by which they preserve themselves, basically. And so I'm not sure exactly what the process is that's involved, but I've been around and washed enough veggies to know that when you get the dirt off of them and this whatever else is on them that comes out when they come out of the ground or when you pick them, when you wash that off, they will rot faster. So just don't do that, and please wait until right before you're going to use them. Then when you pull them out of the fridge or off the countertop and you want to eat them, make sure you wash them pretty thoroughly, especially if you're eating them fresh. If you're cooking them, then of course cooking is going to destroy a lot of the any bacteria that might be on your produce. But if you're going to eat it raw, then definitely wash it and wash it well. Best to wash it under cold running water. If it's something like a carrot or a potato that's got dirt on it, that won't come off easily by washing and rubbing with your hands, then make sure that you use a scrubbing brush or something like that. But typically I can get off most dirt just by running water and rubbing it with my hands. And of course I wash my hands ahead of time. Now, you especially want to wash food also if you're going to be cutting into it. And this is something that people don't know, like I didn't know for years, didn't even think about. But for instance, if you've got a watermelon or, you've got something that you're going to eat that's fresh that you're not going to cook, like a watermelon or an orange. And if you cut into it basically without washing it first, if there are bacteria on there, they're going to penetrate into the food. So, yeah, washing that watermelon or orange or grapefruit or whatever it may be before you cut it is very, very important. And you just, again, make sure there's lots of running water and rinse it off really well. It's also important, even if you're cooking foods, to wash them if you think those foods might have pesticides on them. It's less important if you have gotten them from your own garden, for instance, and you know for sure that they don't have pesticides on them, or if you got them from an organic farm and you're certain that they have not used harmful pesticides, then it's not that big of a deal if you're cooking them. You might bite into a rock at some point or a piece of dirt, but that won't kill you. But yeah, I mean, if there's any chance that there's pesticides on there, even if you're cooking them, then you should definitely wash them well. Washing greens is a little bit tricky. You do have to, especially if it's kind of with curly leaves like kale, that you take each leaf and kind of rinse it, rubbing it with your hands to do it best, really. Okay, so next time I'll talk more about deciding what to leave out and what to store in the refrigerator. Thanks.